Yesterday was minus 20 degrees. Today, it's plus 20 degrees. 40-degree difference. But why does today feel almost colder? Yeah, it's the humidity. A lot of times when it's warmer, we get wind. Why does plus 20 feel colder than negative 20? How does this relate to your running? When we're running easy, a lot of times that's when dysfunction takes place. We have more ground contact time, maybe because we're out for our long, easy run. We don't focus on our form. Maybe we don't have the strength that we've accumulated during base building to allow us to be able to run easy well. And that's the key. Many runners think it's the speed work or the colder temperatures, the more challenging types of runs that cause dysfunction. A lot of times it's the easy stuff. This is what keeps us healthy during our runs. Nice snappy rubber bands for tendons. Nice elastic energy. Good foot strike. All of that comes with faster running. And it sometimes is missed when we go out for our long, easy run. And that's how dysfunction can really come about from our easy stuff, because we're not using elastic energy as well. Maybe our form deteriorates when we're running easy. More ground contact time. Each foot is striking the ground for a longer period of time, causing less leg stiffness. Leg stiffness is crucial for running health, for ultras. How do we get that? As ultra runners, as marathon runners, as all runners, we want to have healthy, snappy, vibrant rubber bands for muscles and tendons. And when we run slow all the time, we're not stretching a rubber band very far. So to have a healthy rubber band, we got to keep it stretched. Every time you land, you stretch that rubber band. The faster you run, the more it stretches. So we've got to put that training into our ultra and marathon training to keep our rubber band healthy. As a kid, I used to collect playing cards, mostly football, but I've got collections of football, hockey, baseball, and basketball. And the football cards were my focus and what I have the most collections of, meaning I have full seasons of cards for every team, and they go in a dedicated box. Some of my other cards are more miscellaneous, like the hockey, where I might have a big clump this thick of miscellaneous cards for a whole season that I've wrapped with a rubber band. I know, I'm not a very professional collector. And then other miscellaneous ones where, hey, they may be special in some reason where the stack is much shorter. I have a rubber band around it. And so I was going through them the other day, and one of my prized football cards in my collection is the Walter Payton rookie card. So it's just kind of fun going through all these, seeing, kind of bringing up the childhood days. And these cards, these rubber bands around these cards are over 30 years old. And what was interesting is the rubber bands that were around the thick pile of cards that I had to maybe do twice around with the rubber band, and it needed to really secure this thick stack of cards, was really healthy. I could take the rubber band off and I could still use it. Whereas the rubber bands that were around the shorter stack that were a little looser, I took those off and they were limp. If I stretched it, it would break, become useless. And so it was very interesting of keeping the rubber band taut, stretched out, kept it healthier for over 30 years. I also have Charlie's Angels cards and Kung Fu cards. The elk like poaching the horse feed. Keeping our rubber band healthy keeps it taut. It's not old crusty rubber band that stretches and doesn't rebound. A healthy rubber band rebounds quickly. And that also helps our legs to be stiff when we land and take off quickly, to have better cadence, to have quicker ground contact time. So leg stiffness is crucial to having a healthy rubber band and to have a healthy runner. The Snake River never freezes because it's always in flow. It's always going fast enough to remain a healthy river. Sometimes as ultra runners, marathon runners, we're always focused on endurance, which is important. Running easy all the time doesn't allow us to get into a flow, doesn't allow those rubber bands to expand and contract and work healthy. So what happens when you go to look for that rubber band in the drawer by the silverware? You dig around in a drawer, you look way in the back, you pull out that rubber band that hasn't been used for years. You go to pull it to use it, and what happens? It snaps and breaks. You look at it, there's all these little crevices in it, it's all crusty, it's all dried up, just like our muscles get, just like our tendons get if all we're doing is kind of the slow base building. Therein lies the easy, simple part and the challenging part. The simple part is, hey, the remedy is easy. The challenging part is, because I know you won't do it. There goes our elk. So what's the first thing you think of when I say the word drills? Maybe dynamic warm-up. Maybe something you do after a run. Maybe it's something that you do because a magazine told you to do it. We often hear how bounding, pickups are helpful to do maybe after a run. What if we change the word drills to skills and you see it as a skill component to creating a better rubber band, a more elastic rubber band, a snappier rubber band, a healthier rubber band to spring you forward and to keep you healthy? Every time I've turned the camera on during my easy run, I've done a little pickup, 20, 30 seconds, just building to a fun, relaxed speed. Skill training. Having proper mobility comes from having a healthy rubber band, one that can stretch and rebound quickly, not one from the old drawer that stretches and snaps. This doesn't come from static stretching. This doesn't come from stretching. It comes from elastic stretching and rebounding, coiling those muscles through skill training. Back to the flow of the snake. I mentioned that this is easy, but challenging. Challenging because you won't want to do it, or maybe you just got stuck in your own ways and it's hard to maybe do something like this when you're so used to doing something else. But let's build a better rubber band. In every video I produce, there's one video link that I always attach to the description below, is my skills and drills videos. Have a look at those, start dabbling, start stretching that rubber band, and see how it makes you feel.